Most men spent the Second World War trying to escape from the Nazis. Charles Coward spent it doing something nobody else dared, breaking back in. He escaped 9 times, was accidentally awarded the Iron Cross by his own captors, and smuggled over 400 Jewish prisoners out of Auschwitz using dead bodies and chocolate. This is the true story of the man they called the Count of Auschwitz. Charles Coward was a British Army Sergeant Major captured near Calais in May 1940. Before the Germans even got him to a proper prison camp, he had already escaped twice. Over the years that followed, he escaped 9 times in total, becoming one of the most troublesome prisoners the German military had ever encountered. They kept sending him somewhere more secure, until they ran out of options. During one escape, injured and unable to run, Coward hid himself among wounded German soldiers in a German field hospital. He spoke fluent German. Nobody suspected a thing. Then a German officer walked through the ward awarding the Iron Cross, Germany's highest military honor, and pinned one on a British prisoner of war. When they finally discovered who he was, they sent him somewhere they were sure would end his escapes for good. They sent him to Auschwitz. In December 1943, Coward arrived at Auschwitz III Monowitz, a slave labor camp 5 miles from the death camp at Birkenau. As Red Cross liaison officer, he had more freedom than most prisoners. He used it immediately, sending coded intelligence to British authorities hidden inside letters to a fictional Mr. William Orange, a code name for the War Office. And then he saw the trains arriving, and everything changed. He bribed an SS guard with chocolate in exchange for the bodies and identity papers of dead non-Jewish prisoners. He gave those papers to living Jewish inmates. He laid the bodies on the roads where Jewish laborers were marched to the gas chambers at night. The living dropped into ditches, adopted new identities, and were smuggled out with help from Polish resistance fighters. The numbers of the dead matched the numbers missing. Nobody suspected a thing. He did this again and again. Around 400 people survived because of it. Coward was liberated in January 1945 and called to testify at the Nuremberg war crimes trials. His eyewitness account helped over 2,000 Auschwitz survivors file compensation lawsuits against their former oppressors. In 1963, the State of Israel named him righteous among the nations, the highest honor Israel gives to non-Jews who risked their lives to save Jewish people during the Holocaust. He was the first British national ever to receive it. Charles Coward died in 1976, quietly, as he had lived after the war. His name is not among the most famous of the Second World War. He won no medals for what he did at Auschwitz. 400 people walked out of that camp alive because one man decided that escaping for himself was not enough. If you want more stories of extraordinary people history almost forgot, subscribe, because the real ones are always more remarkable than anything fiction could invent.